Hey guys, I've got some good news and bad news for you. The bad news is I've ordered two new PNSO models, both fresh out of China. Brilliant models. Unfortunately, they've been delayed. It's even worse than the Convergent specimen. I don't even know how long that's going to take. So maybe a month or two. The good news is though, I do have a package for you. Biggest one so far, which includes two specimens, so I'm going to do a 2-for-1 for you. Right, let's get ripped into it. Right, I've had to move this much further back. Alright, so this package is from Everything Dinosaurs. Ordered it on the weekend, it was delivered within 72 hours. Very expedient. Fact file, growing collection, might as well make an exhibit of them.
Good for you.
More snow. Oh! I apologise for the profanity there. Alright, we've got a large package here, main specimen, and a sub-specimen. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a 2-for-1 here. Smaller specimen here, and the star. And wow, look at that boxing there. Amazing. That is, I don't know how old this PNSO model is, but that packaging, right, that's got to be one of the best. Look at that Ultra blue there. It's a simple sleeve. It's not like that shoebox design of the newer models, but still, this is definitely something you want to keep. Look at that. Ooh. Hold on a moment here. This is curious. It's not that styrofoam packaging. So fact files are wrapped and yeah, it's just the basic artwork there. Brook, the Ophthalmosaurus. Guessing, yeah, female. Stand here, identical to the one with the Ophthalmosaurus. Wow, this is a large model. Oh wow, that is just killer, that. Sorry guys, I'm actually really overwhelmed here. This is by far the largest model to the collection. It's not even the latest one, and barely weighs anything. It's not like, hardcast. Most of these appendages here just like rubbery. Oh. And before I get started, right, I just want to show you the size comparison with Ophthalmosaurus. Look at that. This, right, despite being small in real life, completely trumps him, just completely outgrown him. And Brook here, she's a cheaper model. Present to you the third marine reptile to my collection, an Ophthalmosaurus, meaning eye lizard. And you can see by those lovely eyes there, the namesake. Ichtyosaurs had the largest size of any vertebrate, if not any animals, ever in the fossil record. Ophthalmosaurus lived during the mid-late Jurassic, around 165 to 150 million years ago. Thrived in the Jurassic seas of Europe, but it had a fairly wide range, global in fact, and there are some unconfirmed fossil specimens that have transitioned into the earlier Cretaceous. Inconclusive, but I don't dare dispute it because these were a very successful genus of ichthyosaurs. I've actually done an ichthyosaur prior to the Temnodontosaurus, but that figure was underwhelming, and I did give quite a bit of information about ichthyosaurs as a species. So if you want to find out a bit more about ichthyosaurs, I do recommend you check out that video, because I'm going to be going on about this particular species. Sorry, just can't resist this these amber eyes and this almost iridescent purple around there. Now, I'm going to assume that Brook is a recently pregnant female. There's no detailing on the on a cloaca there, but it's an earlier model. Like all ichthyosaurs, they were oceanic dwelling predators, fit for hunting in the open ocean. And them big eyes allowed them to see in low light environments or nocturnal settings. Yeah, these scaleric eyes were actually built to sustain the pressure from deep sea diving. Ophthalmosaurus and its family were known to have more stern dorsal fins and reduced rear fins, unlike their predecessors. And they did develop a bit more of a bulge along the trunk there. Had a more dolphin-like shape, unlike their ancestors, which were a bit more streamlined, more reptilian in shape. This model here it's well over a foot long, I'd say like 40 centimeters or something. It's got a nice banding there, counter-shaded. I just can't resist that purple coloration. That's a creative liberty. Now we do know that ichthyosaurs most likely would have been dark in shade, but there could have been some variations. There could have been some markings maybe around the eyes or some part of the body. Sort of like modern day dolphins, like the dusky dolphins. I love that dorsal fin there. Even though it looks like a dolphin, it does still retain some very reptilian traits, such as that tail, the sideways undulation, and them eyes. Doesn't exactly scream dolphin, but you just gotta love this, right? Like, I mean, I recommend you get this. Comparing the Ophthalmosaurus to modern day dolphins, let's see, has a longer snout, these much larger eyes because they didn't have echolocation, and larger eyes were more suited for a low light environment, and more larger bulge. Central mass concentrated there would have, unlike the ancestors, acted for better hydrodynamic efficiency. That dorsal fin, right, just reminds me of killer whales. It's really impressive. And yeah, you've got the fluke, but just in vertical posture. Right, I've got my second package here. Look at that purple coloration there. Though I can't see it in the model. Levy, the Eurhinosaurus. I know what kind of life I want. Good for you, mate, because I do as well. Here we have a double whammy of convergent evolution. Brook the Ophthalmosaurus looks like a dolphin. Here we have a Eurhinosaurus, which means well-nosed lizard. Look at that bill there. Lived 183 to 175 million years ago during the Tokanian stage of the Jurassic period. That's about 10 million years before Ophthalmosaurus, and finds of the marine reptile been limited to Europe. Now, I know what you're going to say. It looks like swordfish or marlin. Now, this adaptation has been recurrent throughout evolutionary history. The skulls of swordfish and narwhal tusks are prized. Imagine the bills of these on a display. Not literally though. Why would you want to do something like that? Differing from Ophthalmosaurus, the Eurhinosaurus here had actually a much closer relation to Tendodontosaurus, despite being less than half the actual size. And you can see it in the more primitive features, such as these enlarged flippers, especially on the rear there. Like all ichthyosaurids, the Eurhinosaurus possessed large eyes. Was an oceanic dwelling predator. Now, this adaptation here, with that elongated bill resembling a swordfish, would indicate a very similar hunting mannerism. Though, with these large flippers, that would indicate a different kind of cruising speed. Although I don't dispute the fact that once locked in to prey, it would take only a thrash of that tail to dart, similar to the contemporary swordfish. And it would probably swing that bill around. Now that bill was just an elongated upper snout with teeth that actually laid down flat, which you can't exactly get a good detail here of on the model there, but that would undoubtedly stun prey. Imagine one of them darting. These things were 6 meters long. They were longer and sleeker than Ophthalmosaurus. Let's review the model. That sleekness there has been well entailed. Then flippers. Counter shading. Now this patterning is quite curious. Looks like little cross shapes there. It's banding, amber eyes, some more banding on the bill there. A dark counter shading. It lacks that iridescence that was on the box, but that's okay. Yeah, I'd assume in real life it'd probably be a colour like this, but these patterns are a bit bold, but it does make a good attempt at trying to look like a ocean-dwelling fish, which you filled the niche at. It is a strange looking bone. Like, if you were to ask the public, what is this? They would say, I don't know. And sometimes it's good not to know a few things. This is just such a bizarre creature, and I'm going to let you know, right? I actually have one specimen, hunting baby ichtyosaurs, in the book that I sent off to the publishers. I did want to include that in the review, but I can't exactly do that. Right, here's a size comparison, and yeah, it's disappointing. Alright, here's the reality. The Temnodontosaurus should be much larger, and the Ophthalmosaurus should actually be alongside the Eurhinosaurus, but more bulkier. Now, let's say, alright, in size comparison to real life ichthyosaurs, I would say this PNSO Ophthalmosaurus would be like the size of a Eurhinosaurus or a Shastasaurus. But actually that's going a bit too far, given the underwhelming size of the collected Temnodontosaurus here. But still, all three here would make excellent specimens for a Jurassic era SeaWorld or something. Thanks again for watching, guys. I was wanting to do another marine reptile review, but the original specimens that I was going to get, they've been delayed to next month, but I just had to do it, had to do something, especially with summertime. But those, they're just complete beauties. So anyway, don't know when the next review is going to come around, but I can assure you I'm going to be releasing another video of some sort, dinosaur related. Don't know if it'll be your thing. It should be out during the weekend or something like that, I hope anyway. Alright, you lot, I'm out.